Hey, it's Allie, and I'm here with my postpartum update. I gave birth 4 weeks ago today, and yeah, I just wanted to share just a little bit. I'm going to be doing a birth story, but that'll be a separate video. And I have my daughter here, and I'll bring her on. Right now, she's kind of just hanging out in this chair thing that she likes, and she's like in the zone, so I'm not going to bother her. She does have hiccups, and you might be able to hear those. She was born 4 weeks ago at 5:13 in the morning, and I started having contractions at 2:30 that morning. I'm glad that we left for the hospital when we did. Thank you, Joe. It was a very painful experience, but it was quick, so I'm very thankful for that. I know that I'm lucky. I think probably the biggest thing that I didn't really understand before I actually had her was what a big deal breastfeeding is. I had some issues just with producing like almost too much milk at the very beginning, and I didn't know how to manage it. I felt like if I wasn't breastfeeding, which you have to breastfeed every 2 hours, which is just insane, because it's really important that they gain enough weight because they lose weight at first. If I wasn't actually feeding her, I felt like I was pumping, or I was sanitizing my pump, or I was just like taking a shower to try to get the milk flowing better. It was insane to begin with. I tried to get her on a schedule at first because that's what the doctor told us to do, but I've kind of switched to just feeding her on demand. So that means whenever she is acting hungry, which means she's like eating her hands or going like that, it means she's hungry, and so I'll just feed her then. I want to do a separate video on tips for new moms with newborns, but I'll just give like the 3 biggest ones. Number 1, skin to skin. So try to have skin to skin contact with your baby, meaning like take off your shirt, have her or him completely naked, with a diaper on, obviously, and just have them laying on you as much as possible, especially at the hospital. You want to do that. I did that pretty much the whole time. If she's ever acting too like kind of fussy, like she doesn't want to eat, but I know she is hungry, I'll do the skin to skin, and that usually makes her want to eat for some reason. The second really big tip, which I ran into this kind of experienced mom at a coffee shop with Joe, and she told us to just keep the lights on during the day, even if she's napping, which they nap a ton. They sleep 17 hours in a day when they're newborns, so that's a lot of time. So if she's not eating, she's basically sleeping. You want them to know the difference between night and day, and if you always have the lights off during the day, then how the heck are they supposed to know if it's day or night? So that's one way to kind of get her more on your schedule. So the third tip I actually got from working at the foster home. It's baby whispering to put them to sleep. So there's like a couple tricks that you can do. One is definitely rocking them. So I do this thing where I like go down and to the side and down to the side. It almost looks like a ab workout, but that kind of rocking she really likes. I do a lot of like shushing, so you'll go like shh, shh, right in her ear, and that kind of reminds her of being in the womb. It's that white noise. Or you can do singing, or just even talking to her. So those are things that really help before you put them to bed, and obviously just feeding them before bed is also just really important, and I try to just feed her as much as I possibly can and keep waking her up, like keep changing her diaper if she falls asleep during those feedings. So some of my favorites. So this is the Snuggle Me Organic. This thing we just could not live without. It's basically like a portable bed that you can we put it on the kitchen table, we put it on the couch when the dog's not here, or you can use it for co-sleeping. But if she sleeps with us in bed, she usually just sleeps like right next to me. Though she mostly sleeps in her bassinet, which is next to our bed. And speaking of sleeping, this thing is our lifesaver for swaddling. It's called a Halo sleep sack, and this has just saved us. It's a Velcro one, so it's basically almost like a baby straitjacket, but it is amazing and she really loves it. She can kind of wiggle her way out of a normal swaddle because I think I'm just not that good at it. So we love that. And then I love these like baby carriers. She's starting to get used to them. I have 3 different ones. This is a boba one, which is more of the wrap kind, and I'll insert a picture of that in here. And then I also have the Infantino one. And then we have another one, which we haven't opened yet, because we got so many gifts from our registry and that weren't on our registry. And while I'm wearing that, I like to also wear this. It's called a belly bandit. And it's basically, it's also Velcro, but it helps with back support. The last favorite, this was a gift from Joe's, basically family friends. And it's this picture frame, which has her birth weight. It has like all the information about when she was born, how many inches. She's actually really tall. She was 20 inches when she was born. And her name is Harley. Her middle name is Lana. So I just love this gift. Okay, sorry if it's a little bit different, but my phone ran out of storage. So now I'm going to introduce my favorite of all. This is Harley. And here's Harley. She's wearing her little Christmas outfit. And she is obviously super adorable. Oh, Mama, what's wrong? What's wrong? Am I bothering you? Honestly, I didn't want to do baby talk. Like, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to treat her like a human being, but it's so hard not to. And according to my sister, who is a nurse in training, babies like baby talk. They like the high-pitched voice and kind of like drawn out syllables. Harley is clearly a favorite. And my other favorite would have to be Harley's dad, Joe. He has just been the most wonderful and supportive dad, new dad. Anyways, that's pretty much everything. I'll be doing a couple more videos. Just like I said, we'll be doing the birth story and also just tips for new moms. So it looks like somebody's hungry, and so I'm gonna feed her now. But I'm glad that you got to meet her, and I'm glad that obviously I'm just glad that she's here. Like, this is by far the best thing that's ever happened to me. And just thank you for all of your love and support. And so happy holidays from Harley and me. And I will be seeing you soon.